Hey, what's up, guys? This is TBone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Gemstone Legends, and we're going to be doing more of the region guides. This one is going to be Sacred Grove in normal difficulty. Sacred Grove is the 7th region out of 12, so we're more than halfway at this point. So we're going to take a look at the map right now. So you can see here's the full map of Sacred Grove, and you're going to be starting in the bottom tile. And if you just go all the way to the right, then just continue on the path on the right side, then you're going to have a minimum set of attacks you need to do, which is 4. So you can do a speed run, go through 4 battles, and you'll be done with a level. This is also where you're going to unlock the second rift in the game, the Ashen Grove. So there's a total of 2 rifts in the game, and this one is going to be the second. Now let's go and take a look at the boss here. So what we're going to do is, as usual, we're going to take a look at fighting the bosses in the mini boss, as well as the final boss here. So the first one is going to be Owlbear. We've seen Owlbear before. What's different now is we're going to be fighting against the yellow and the purple versions. And so I'm going to show you a team that I think you can use. You can use any other team if you like, but I'm going to talk a little bit about why I chose the team I have here. So what you'll see here is I have Elias as the main card here. He's here for 2 reasons. One, he's just a generally good area of effect damage type unit, and because he also has a leader bonus to increase attack for all your allies. Whereas the other 2 units I'm bringing here, they don't have any leader bonus. Tharlik is a blue hero, so he does neutral damage to both the yellow and the purple units, but he has a really strong skill where he will deal 260% of his defense as attack against a single enemy, and he stuns for 2 turns. And so we're going up against Owlbear, who's going to be stunning. And so what we can do is we can go ahead and stun the Owlbears ourselves. And then we have Caleb, who also has skill that grants immunity. So what we know about stun is that if you have immunity on your heroes, then they will not be stunned ever. And so you have Caleb, who can grant immunity, but just to himself. But he also gains taunt, so that means when he activates his ability, no one else is going to get hit by stun, which is what you want. And he's going to have a pretty strong defense to withstand a lot of hits. Now we're going to take a look at how much damage Tharlik can deal. You can see 1700, almost 1800 damage. So he does really good damage there. And so it is going to he's going to be sort of the unit that we're going to depend on to deal damage to the mini boss here. So generally what you always want to do is you always want to make sure that you bring in a unit that can be your attacker in addition to your tanks. Okay, so you want to make sure that you can bring in a unit that can withstand the hits, but you also want to make sure that you have a unit that can deal enough damage so that you're not just dragging out the fight for a very long time. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and focus on getting our blue gems matched so that we can power up both Elias and also Tharlik. The idea is we want to try and, as much as possible, we want to try and stun them. Okay, so that if we can stun them, then we don't really need to use immunity, but we have Caleb here to sort of do that in case we don't get our blue gems match. You can see here we have quite a bit of damage dealt there to the yellow Owlbear already, and we should be able to take it out pretty easily. And luckily we're able to resist that stun there, but we're going to go ahead and activate a skill again, and then we are going to do our gem match here, and then we're going to be able to take out the yellow Owlbear, and then we're going to go ahead and take out the purple one with our skill. We're not going to be able to one-shot it just yet, but what we can do is we can get it pretty close. So you can see we're dealing some good damage there. Not going to be able to do a ton of damage with the purple gems here, but we will stun him, and then we'll use a combination of Elias' skill and also just with some light gems here. This should deal enough damage for us to take out the second one. And so this combination is really easy to obtain, and it's using the whole idea of having your immunity in place and also having some attacker. So if you don't have like a really strong attacker, Tharlik is actually a pretty good choice because he can do pretty good damage on a single enemy as well. So that combination is going to help you through a lot of different situations. But in Sacred Grove, where you have stunned bosses, this could work pretty well. And then we're going to take a look at boss number 7 here. We're going to keep the same team. We're going to be up against Ent. So Ent will deal damage to a single enemy, and then it will also have a 50% chance to inflict stun. Okay, and in terms of the dragon, right now I picked Skyron because, whoa, I should have actually brought in Nagash, because at this point you wouldn't have access to Skyron just yet, so you can choose between Vermin or Nagash. And let's bring in Nagash here so that we can do some heal. All right, so if you're playing along, you have not yet unlocked the Sapphire Dragon, which is very useful, by the way. But let's go ahead and now do an attack against this level here. So we're going to start out actually by just charging up our Elias, because his skill can can make a lot of the units lose most of their health already. Right, so that's a really good start. We can take out one, and then we can go ahead and take out another. The more units we can take out quickly, the faster and the easier our fights are going to get. All right, so there's less debuffs that we have to worry about, the less attacks that we need to worry about. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can cast our immunity before we enter the second wave. So let's go ahead and wait for them to do attack here, and then we're just going to go ahead and use again Tharlik's ability. His skill is quite strong. Okay, for sure it's quite a strong skill. So we're going to go ahead and activate that, and then we will try to do some match here, but we don't have a very good sort of blue gems in the board right now, so we'll just have to wait a little bit. But we do have Elias ready to go, so what we'll do is we will use him later. We will not use his skill against a single enemy because it'll be a little bit of a waste, and we will save Nagash for when we need to do a heal. Okay, so that's what we'll do. And so we're going to now face up against Ent, which is going to be a purple enemy. So he's going to be dealing neutral damage against, or weak damage against Caleb, actually. And so what we want to do is let's do a little bit of a heal. Let's see if we can freeze Ent. We can't, but we at least slow him down a little bit. And we need to make sure that we are also getting our purple gems matched so that we can activate the skill for... We can activate the skill for Caleb. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually use our potions and save Caleb a little bit. And let's take a look. So we don't see any purple gems, unfortunately. We're sort of fighting for the purple gem here, but him not having access to the purple gem is a good thing for us as well. So what we'll do is we will just move this far away from the boss. So that's sort of another way that you can sort of play the fight as well, so that if you see that you're not able to get any good matches there, just keep it away from the boss, although this isn't necessarily always going to be easy to do. Right, so now we are going to be able to cast our taunt. We're going to go ahead and match our blue gems, and then we will wait for our attack and use Tharlik to deal most of our damage against it. Okay, and so you can see like we're dealing more damage than the basic gem matches, and that's sort of the idea. We bring in a unit that can support dealing damage for us, and then we're going to heal some more, and then we will continue to use Elias's skill. So we do have Ent stunned right now. We're going to stun him again. He's going to be stunned for 2 more turns. And we're going to just continue to do our attacks here. We also do want to make sure that we can do some light gem matches if possible, because that is going to help with our attack. And then this attack should be good enough to take it out. So we had a little bit of a hairy moment there where Elias almost died, but that was because the board itself wasn't all that great. And this is just, where you just need to pay attention to the board so that you know when you need to use your potions. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and sell our item here, and we'll skip here. Now what I want to do, I would like to try and showcase Premyslav. So Premyslav was a unit that I had showcased in my previous episode, where I managed to get him up to 5 stars, and he's a really good farming hero And just since we're talking about this here, I'm doing this video so that I can highlight it in a separate video, but you can take a look. So I'm going to bring in Premyslav on his own. He's going to be his own leader, and I want to show you what he's capable of right now. He's at level 39. And we're going to bring him in here, and I'm just going to auto battle. I'm just going to sit here, and I'm going to explain what's happening here. So he's at 5 stars, he's at level 39, so he has quite a bit of health already, and he's able to withstand most of the damage. And so we're going to get hit, and the idea here is at some point when he gets hit, he is going to cast his spell to attack. And he is strong enough right now to take out the entire wave. All right, and this also happens whether he is stunned or not. And so right now we're auto playing right now, so we'll see what happens here. So he's getting stunned, so he has gotten stunned here, and he's going to get hit. And if he is able to activate his skill, he's going to be able to deal a lot of damage. So let's take a look and see if it happens. So this is sort of situation where if you're going up against a single enemy, your single unit going up against a these two bosses, generally you essentially have no way of attacking again. Okay, but with Premyslav right now, he's at level 39. We are sort of getting low on our health right now, but you'll see that we're able to deal enough damage here just from us attacking back, that we're able to survive that barrage of attacks. So let's see if we can survive this final attack here, and we do. You can see there I didn't actually do anything. All right, and so I was able to survive this. This is just on normal difficulties. Of course, it's it's supposed to be a little bit easier, but you can see the amount of experience I'm able to get. So I was able to get over 6,000 XP, and that is basically half of an XP dummy right there. All right, so very effective way to level up your unit once it's a little bit high enough level. So this is why Premyslav, once you get him to a good enough level, you can start using him to easily farm for experience. And the way this game goes, if the fewer units you have in the team, the more experience you get for yourself. And you just saw right here, this is a perfect way to farm for experience, so you can level up your Premyslav really quickly. So that's going to be it for me for today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and let me know in the comments below what you think about the content and what you'd like to see more. And also, as usual, if you're just joining us right here, take a look at the description for the link to download the game, and also use my code hashtag TBone so that you can get yourself a free hero, a free epic hero, as well as 300 gems and other goodies. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.